I woke up this morning craving a bit of dairy, so I marched my little tootsies to the fridge, got me a spoon, and decided I was gonna go to town on some Greek yogurt. But right when the choo-choo train entered the tunnel, I noticed that something was off. My taste buds started yelling obscenities at me, saying, "Get this the fuck out of my mouth right now because it's disgusting. It tastes like we're eating fresh roadkill." It was just one of the worst tastes I had ever experienced. And I looked at the expiration date to see if it was expired, and it wasn't. So I don't know if my taste buds were just lying to me, if they were playing a prank or something. But regardless, it left a very bad taste in my mouth. And that was the point of the story, because what I'm talking about today, this Pokimane drama, it's also going to leave a very bad taste in your mouth. So I'm going to show you this clip, and then I'll catch you up with a Dragon Ball Z recap afterwards.
I'm like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyway.
So she not only just called everybody dumb, but also broke. And yeah, if you're trying to go band for band with Pokimane, that ain't gonna end well. She's got a lot of money. She's got enough money that she could whop her ass with $100 bills and not even notice a hit in the bank account. But this whole situation, it revolves around her cookie brand, this new cookie brand that she launched called Mana Cookies. I made a whole video about it, but just in case you don't want to go back and watch that, I'm going to give you the spark notes. Basically, she launched a cookie. People started realizing that this cookie looked very similar to one that had been in Costco not too long ago. Turns out the ingredients are exactly the same, so it looks like what's going on is a bit of white label marketing or white label production, where she basically is just taking another product, turning it into her product, marking up the price a bit, and then selling more of it because it's got the face of Pokimane behind it. So that's the cookie drama, and now she made it even worse. She made the drama worse by responding to it like this, saying, "If you're a broke boy, just say so." Which obviously just shows how insanely out of touch she is with reality. Because, I gotta say here, she says the cookies are only $7 a bag, but you have to buy 4 packs to get them, so you have to pay $28 for 4 bags of cookies. These cookies are also in 4-ounce bags, so they're not very big bags of cookies for $7 a bag, which is ridiculously expensive for cookies. And just to put that in perspective here, Pokimane, since you think $7 is not a lot at all for a bag of cookies, the minimum wage in the state that I live in, West Virginia, is $8.75 an hour. So after taxes, we're going to say it's roughly about $7 you're taking home. Probably even less, probably somewhere around 6. So you work an hour at a minimum wage job in my state of West Virginia, then you have enough to buy Pokimane's bag of cookies. But you have to technically work 4 hours because you have to buy 4 bags at a time. It's always so infuriating to me when I see these streamers and these content creators and celebrities be so out of touch with the average human and the working class. They don't understand that people work these hard, labor-intensive, back-breaking jobs for very little pay. Practically, they're just getting their faces spat in, and that's their payment for working these back-breaking jobs. And then you have Princess Pokimane here, basically just rubbing dirt in your open wound, being like, "Hey, you're broke if you can't afford $7 for a bag of cookies." But naturally, after she got some backlash, because if you're a content creator, you get backlash, you have to apologize or you're gonna get canceled. So she did apologize after Chase Demore came out and tweeted and said, "This has to be a joke. There are people that work extremely hard daily doing jobs most would consider not as fun as streaming. There are better ways to word this. This is damaging not only to you, but those who are in the business with you and this cookie." And she said, "While what I said was 100% intended to be a joke, I see why it came off as insensitive, and I apologize for that." I swear every single time a content creator gets in trouble, the first thing they go to, their first thing to fall back on, their contingency plan is, "It was just a joke. It was just a joke. I didn't mean it. I was just joking, joshing around. I was just woolly whacking around. Didn't mean nothing by it." But then she continues and says, "I also understand the current price of the cookies may be expensive for some." She should put in parentheses, "the brokies," and promise will continue to consider pricing to keep Mana as affordable as possible. That definitely doesn't sound like a corporate copy and paste to me. But then she replied down here again and said, I also want to clarify that this was said towards one rude chatter. I did not at all intend it to be a general statement or towards my community. But to me, this is like the same thing as her saying, like her seeing someone and saying like something racist to them. And then whenever like the race that she was being racist towards gets offended by it, she's like, whoa, why are you getting upset? I was only being racist towards this one person, so you guys shouldn't have got offended by that. Or at least that's how I'm interpreting this situation. Makes sense in my festive little brain. But honestly, wouldn't her pricing her cookies so high mean that she's the broke one in this situation, that she needs the money? Because why would she price her cookies so high if she didn't need the money? Think about that. So who's the real broke boy, Pokimane? And there's also a screenshot that someone posted on Twitter that kind of makes Pokimane her own worst enemy. Because it's a clip of that one girl who is basically feeling entitled and saying that you should give her $5. All you know the lady. But Pokimane responded and said, if $5 is an irrelevant amount of money, then she shouldn't need the $5 from your subscription. If she argues it adds up if multiple people give me $5 though, then she should realize it works the same way when it comes to spending. Not to mention that tons of people watch streams after a day of hard work, or while being broke college students, or a multitude of other situations where they need to be more frugal. Get these shitty takes off my timeline and off my streaming platform. And then whoop, 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 whoop. Fast forward 3 years into the year 2023, and Pokimane has developed into a terrible hypocrite because she's now doing the same exact thing that she was criticizing. Saying it's only $7 for a bag of cookies. If you're broke, just say so. She literally turned into this lady. She is that lady now. But that's pretty much it for this whole situation. Pokimane's just trying to dig herself out of the hole that she dug for herself. And I do gotta say, I'm also selling my own piss in a can. $8 a can. If you can't afford it, just say you're fucking broke. Just say you're a pathetic loser who shoots up heroin under a bridge and you don't have money because you waste all your money on drugs and not on your family. Piss broke, baby. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, Pokimane, you're on Santa's naughty list.